In the last episode of Attack on Titan, we saw Eren turning into One Punch Man and beating Reiner with a single punch. Later, they escape with a Zeppelin, and Gabi and Falco manage to get in the Zeppelin and kill Sasha. Also, Zeke's betrayal was revealed, that he's actually on the side of the Paradise Island and not the Male. Episode 9, named Brave Volunteers, starts with Armin talking to someone, and we actually get to see a 3-year flashback, and here we see a ship that was sent from Mali to take over or to attack Paradise Island, and it looks like someone is lifting the ship, and who else can it be? Of course, it is Eren, and he puts it on his shoulders and throws it onto the island where the enemies are confronted by Hanji, and Hanji, being Hanji, she offers them tea and welcomes them like they are just friends who she hasn't seen for 20 years. Also, she mentions that they already made friends with someone who came before this ship, and this is just another ship that was just sent earlier, and this guy, who's named Nicolo, is actually shitting his pants and shouts to his captain that they should just forget him and kill the devils, and the captain does exactly that, and he doesn't even care that there's a titan behind him, and he just shoots. But before actually pulling the trigger, he's already shot, not by Sasha, but actually by Yelena, who was also on that ship. And this is where we finally see how it actually happened, how Yelena met the Paradise guys. Now we see our home squad from Paradise Island. Armin says that they are pretty lucky that they got this inside information. But Eren is not really happy about the situation, because he knows that they were just lucky by finding this ship. And if Male would come with all their equipment, with all they have, our scouts would have no chance at all. In the next scene, we actually see Hanji exploring the new guns that the Yelena brought with her, because pistols and guns are completely new for the Paradise Island, and this explains also how they got these weapons. Also, Yelena shares some pretty interesting info that Male actually has 1 million soldiers split into 50 divisions, and also how much progress the Malians have made with weapons and in general just technical progress and all. And Hanji of course is asking, if Male has progressed so much, why didn't they attack? And Yelena says they have 2 reasons for that. The first reason is the pure titans that Male made back then when they punished people and titanized them on the Paradise Island. Even though they have this progress, they can't just land there and have no trouble, because probably just way too many titans. Male's plan was to keep the Eldians inside the walls, but actually it turned out that the titans are now protecting the walls from being attacked. Like back then in episode 1 didn't work well, but now the Malians can simply attack. Yelena wonders about the pure titans that she hasn't seen, because she says the dawn is coming but there are no titans, and she asks if the Eldians have maybe killed all the titans. And here I must say, I don't think they have killed all the titans. I mean, I really can't imagine it. In season 3 we actually saw Eren feeling bad for the titans, because he found out the titans are just Eldians who were turned into titans. The second reason is also very simple. Yelena says Mali simply has too many enemies, and when Paradise got the Colossal Titan and the Female Titan, the other nations united and declared war. She also says that there are actually not infiltrants or spies or secret agents. They lost their homes when Male attacked them, and Male forced them to be soldiers. So they are pretty much forced to fight, and not because they are loyal to the Malis. And she mentions that they were close to losing hope at ever revenging themselves until they met a special person, and this person was Zeke. And it seems like Zeke was an inspiration for the weak people who didn't have much power. Zeke told them to shoot their superiors, and they call themselves the Anti-Malian Volunteers, and their goal is it to free the Eldian people. And we switch to the next scene, where we see Hanji reading a letter that they got from Zeke. Zeke requested some things, and this is all Zeke's plan. So Zeke's secret plan is to free the Eldian people. So Zeke's first request was probably that they take Zeke to Paradise Island, which already happened, and to carry out the secret plan that he planned, the Founding Titan, which Eren already has, is needed, and also a titan with royal blood. Eren is the Founding Titan and Zeke has the royal blood, so together they can carry out the secret plan. All the people in Paradise Island don't believe Zeke's words, and I mean it's pretty obvious. He has killed so many of his own men of Eldians, and now he's coming with a plan like this. They don't believe, but Eren stands up and tells the people what he experienced back then. Because back then, when he touched the Titan named Dinah, the ex-wife of Eren's father, the mother of Zeke, he could use the Founding Titan. So he thinks Zeke's being honest here and he wants to do this. Levi asks him why Eren never told that, and Eren simply says he didn't want to involve Historia because they would have turned her into a Titan. The next scene is about protecting the Paradise Island from more attacks, and they used Yelena and Yelena's comrades to be like a decoy and get some help, so the Paradise people can attack these ships and take out Malian people, and also recruit some of the Malian people because they need this help. And the Malian people have basically no choice, they have to agree with that. Here we see Niccolo working as a chef and making some food, and we see Sasha freaking out because the food is so good, and we already know Sasha is someone, she loves food, she loves good food, she even cries after tasting the food that Niccolo cooked. We find out that the Malians are actually a big help. In the first days or weeks they hated each other. They didn't want to work, but the longer they worked together, the captured Malians and the Eldians started to build relationships and getting along together. And that makes Armin think if something would change if they had a lot of time. Then Eren asks Armin if Armin has seen any memories from Bertolt, and Armin says yes, but there was nothing helpful. I hope he didn't see the wrong memories, if you know what I mean. And we know Armin is always trying to find another way, and he asks if the rumbling to threaten the world is really the only way to protect the Eldians, and that it's all just a misconception by the Malians or in general by the world, and if they can't fix it. But Eren says, what misconception is Armin talking about? The Eldians are monsters for the rest of the world, they are monsters who can turn into Titans. So Eren thinks there is no misconception, there is a view of the rest of the world that they can change, and they must use the rumbling to threaten the world. Now comes a really cool scene. Eren is pulling the trigger and the scene changes to Sasha getting shot, and I'm pretty sure that this was edited like this because to show that Eren is the cause of Sasha's death. And I think it was really nice made. It's a small detail, but it's a really cool detail. We see Armin again talking about that he thought he understands Eren even better than Mikasa, but now he doesn't understand Eren at all. The next scene is Mikasa sitting in front of graveyards, and we see an Eldian beating someone, and this someone is actually Niccolo. And Niccolo gets saved by Sasha's comrades. And after Sasha's comrades and Niccolo talking, someone shows up. And this guy is actually the father of Sasha, and a few seconds later he gets invited by Niccolo to taste his food that Sasha loved, and the father agrees on that, but under one requirement, that the food is free. And now we finally see Zeke, and he's actually inside the wagon with Levi, and they are having a chat in Levi's way, and Zeke tries to be as friendly as possible, but Levi, you know, Levi doesn't forget, Levi doesn't forgive, and I mean, and we can't blame him. I mean, Zeke is the reason for Erwin's death, and Levi keeps on saying things like he would like to see Zeke dead and all these things. Also, the Paradise guys make sure that Eren and Zeke don't meet. Later, yes, but not now. And Levi says that they have the best hotel for Zeke prepared. And yeah, I'm pretty interesting to see what hotel he means, but we will see that later. Yelena has stolen some Titan serum that she gave to the Paradise people so they can reproduce the Titan serums, that they only had one left, and that one was used for Armin when Levi had to decide between Armin and Erwin, and now they can just reproduce it. Now it's not really important, like at the moment no one needs the Titan serum, but soon when someone has to take over the Beast Titan, they will get very important, or in the future when someone will have to eat Eren or Armin, like just in the future. And it's very good that Paradise will have this recipe and can produce whenever they want. And now we also see the hotel that Zeke will stay at, and this hotel is nothing but a tree. And yeah, this is the finest hotel that Levi was talking about, and it's a pretty nice hotel, isn't it? You have nature around you, you know, like Zeke asks Levi if he could show this nature to Gabi and Falco, and that means that Zeke still cares about Gabi and Falco. And now we also see Gabi and Falco inside a prison cell, and Gabi just says Eren's name, and this is all we see. And towards the end of the episode, we see Armin again talking to his shell, but now it turns out he isn't talking to his shell, obviously, and the camera points towards Annie, who was, for anyone who forgot it, Annie the female Titan, and he's actually talking to her. And this is very interesting because I really can't imagine that Annie will be dead. They can't tease us so much and kill Annie. We will have to see Annie alive at least one more time. We have to. They are teasing us so much. Also with Annie's dad, who was saying that Annie gave him word that she will come back one day. And this is also the end of the episode, and thank you for watching. Write down your opinion in the comments if you want. Leave a like if you like the video, and see you in the next video.